Good morning. Are you there, Tony? Can you hear me? Yeah,
Oh, I
wait.
didn't know if you were good morning me or if you were good
I
morning
was
the
good
audience. I
morning
can't see the
you.
audience. Remember, I can't see because I'm in the StreamYard and you're running through OBS,
I know,
and I'm
cause I.
sitting here. I can't even hear the music. I didn't even know it ended.
Yeah, well, I don't even know if it ended either. I just switched over. I just felt like I knew that was going to end pretty quickly, and I just took a chance with it. Okay. So here's the thing, Streamyard, you only get like 20 hours a month. And like always towards the end of it, I'm running out of hours because we do Jackbox every weekend, and I'm doing it the cheap ass way.
Oh, I just pay for professional StreamYard and I
Yeah,
get
sometimes I do
unlimited
too.
hours.
Yeah, but Streamyard really isn't professional. Come on, OBS is much better if you can run it. I just fuck it up every day.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like OBS.
It's like learning to be a I don't know surgeon. It's crazy. Apparently, though, you have to pay Saggy StreamYard. Not see, you know what? I don't know whether to say Saggy or Ray at this time. I'm so into the like Saggy thing. I always fuck it up. I'm sorry, Ray. All
It's
right.
reality.
I know, but like her name's Ray, and I've been so used to calling her Saggy for literal years. Like I always fuck her up. I do. But good morning, everyone. Call me whatever you want to call me. All right. I'm going to call you my love. That's what I'm going to call
I'm
you.
calling you fat.
You are not. I will kick you. She is gorgeous. Dick. Anyways,
That doesn't preclude her from being fat. Are you saying fat people can't be gorgeous?
no, I'm not saying that.
I
Okay.
said she was fat, and then you said she's
I see
gorgeous.
what
Which
you're doing
means
there. You
that
literally called her fat. This is not starting off well for you. I would stop digging the hole and let's talk about
as a whole.
Comicsgate. Yeah. You don't
Ah,
call
man.
a woman fat. What are you, fucking Eric July?
Some women like to be called fat. I don't know what her proclivities are.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Anyways, now that
She
Tony
might
looks
be an
like a
eater. We got
complete
eaters.
ass.
We got eaters and we got feeders. I don't kink shame anybody.
I do.
That's what I'm
Like
saying.
furries, I'm gonna king shame you. I'm gonna king shame you. Other than that, I think we're about good. Like if you're pissing in a litter box, I'm gonna shame you. I am. That's just me. Some things need shame nowadays. Otherwise, you end up like Tony.
Yeah, I got no shame. Ah,
I'm just
man.
saying. Okay. So let's talk about this. We got a lot I actually want to talk to you about because I wanted to pick your. A lot of times when I see you, it's just like you're in and out at work, and I can never get an answer for some things. So I do want to talk Comicsgate, but eventually. First off, I want to talk a little bit about this whole Riley situation. So, to my understanding, let's give a little bit of a TLDR. He's still pissed off about the DMCA, right? That's where this all stems from.
Yeah. Well, it's not just the DMCA. It's the way Eric lied about it and said that he didn't
Right.
give him the DMCA. And Riley's crazy. Riley don't know what he's talking about.
I
And
mean,
that's what everything comes from.
isn't his persona kind of to be a little bit over the edge and crazy? Like he gives him
Now it is.
now it is, or it wasn't then.
Yeah, he was pretty much like nothing. There was no persona. There was nothing online. He was just, I'm gonna come up the hill
Okay,
because Eric
because
July said
I
people
know
were
that's
fat.
not true though, because I remember seeing when he got that DMCA strike, he had like a weird, almost school shootery vibe, victim like video out there. Like he was out there at that time. He wasn't a no name. He wasn't a
No, he was
random
pretty much
person.
no name.
He had videos.
He was just Riley, the fat the guy who fought with Ethan Ralph. He really didn't have any presence.
So he never interacted with Ethan Ralph, never put a video out there.
I just said he's the guy who fought with Ethan Ralph, but he didn't really have a presence. No one really knew who he was outside of the small circle in the sector.
Okay, but I mean, there was stuff out there if he wanted to look into him. So he could have gotten that, kind of idea that he was a little crazy from that.
Sure, I mean, you could get ideas from anywhere, but
Right. And I'm just saying, because, like, you are what you put out into the world, and he definitely, like, I have first off, I want to say this. I have no beef whatsoever with Riley or Mint. Like, I watch a lot of Mint stuff, oddly enough. She does reviews of The Boys, and The Boys just started back up, so I was watching her, kind of catching up vicariously through her. She did some Walking Dead comic reviews I watched, so, like, I have no issue with either one of these. The problem here in itself is you're not looking at this as a little bit of an issue when you're following somebody around across state lines, doxing them, and like hopping from venue to venue to find them. One that was VIP only.
Well, he didn't hop from venue to venue. That's really
okay.
not
He
what happened.
Went to the one venue. He went to his warehouse. That's two separate venues right there, correct?
A warehouse is not a venue. A warehouse is a public location.
Right.
Oh. He didn't. But Eric July wasn't at the warehouse, so he wasn't following Eric July from place to place.
Why did he go there though?
Because it was on his way to California.
He still stopped, right? He still was there.
He wanted to see a landmark. It's a famous.
It's not a famous public place. Stop it.
If you're a big fan of Marvel, wouldn't you say, "Oh, the Marvel offices are on my way to California. Let me stop at the Marvel office"?
Did you just really compare Eric July to Marvel?
That was the first thing that came to my head.
Okay.
If that was the first location, if that was the first Burger King, like, oh, look, it's the first location of Burger King. Let's go there. It's a big deal.
It's not. It's nothing compared. Like, you're giving Eric more due than he needs right now. There's no comparison right now. Like, at all.
In this small sector of the internet, that is a location where people are like, oh my God, that's Eric July's warehouse. That's cool. Look at that. They should.
Do they?
It's public.
Doesn't matter. Do they?
I don't know everybody. They might.
Yeah, okay, making excuses. That's totally fine. I had no issue, right? When he went there and it didn't seem like it was a big deal. He put some money on there. The problem I see happening here is it's becoming a pattern, right?
Not really, no. How many events have been held between the warehouse appearance and the appearance at the latest event?
That would be a question for you. I don't follow Eric that closely.
Let's see. He went to MegaCon. Riley wasn't there. He had
MegaCon?
the Amway Awards, Florida.
So that's not in between there. And
there was a Dallas event he didn't go to. There was at least 5 different appearances that Eric July made at either conventions or receiving awards that Riley was nowhere near.
Okay, but
so the idea that he's following.
Why would he go? Do you realize?
Well, okay, so no. Why would he go there? Well,
because
ask Eric July because on April 10th is when Eric July received the award, and guess when the warrant was issued for Riley's arrest? Would you want to guess? You want to guess what day?
April 9th.
April 10th.
Okay, I was close enough.
Yeah, so Eric July thought Riley was going to go to the Amway Awards, and he actually pushed for the
Did he ever
warrant.
threaten to go?
No. Because Eric July is just afraid of Riley.
Okay,
Eric July just doesn't want to admit.
But I can you not understand from a perspective, on the human perspective, why it might be a little weird?
Weird to not go to an award?
No, weird to have somebody following you around.
He didn't. We just established he didn't follow him around because there were several events. Two places not following someone around.
That's enough. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm going to use this as an example. No, Tony.
One place Eric was not at the warehouse, so he didn't follow him to the warehouse.
He went there hoping to see Eric, right?
No, he didn't, because he literally.
Oh, stop it!
He went there for what he did. Look, even Eric July admits that Riley pulled up during the day, saw where the location was, left, and then came back at night when no one was there. Riley literally waited till no one was around so he could pull shenanigans.
And
he knew that he didn't want to, because he didn't want to see nobody. He just wanted to pull shenanigans.
Okay, that's totally fine. I'm not disagreeing with that. You have to.
Yes, you are, because you're saying he's following Eric July around, implying that he's looking to see Eric July. He was not looking to see Eric July.
Why did he go to the con?
To annoy Eric July.
Oh, still right.
That one, you said the con, but not the warehouse.
Okay,
See,
but he went
knew.
there. He went to the warehouse twice. And then he left. I understand that. And I actually said at the time that one wasn't that big of a deal because he was not there. It gets to be a big deal when you're causing I mean, he live streamed the whole thing. When you're
Did you watch the live stream?
Yeah, I did. We actually watched part of it on stream.
You watched part of it, but did you watch all of it?
No, that's a long time investment.
So you have no idea what happened, but you're going to assume that he caused a ruckus based on what?
I saw it, Tony. Stop it.
What ruckus did he cause?
You're gonna tell me he wasn't yelling and causing a scene?
He yelled one time, and that was Sui
so it was
to Nerdrotic's wife.
Okay, so he did yell. So he was causing a scene.
He caused a scene. He didn't cause a ruckus.
What? Okay, you're using semantics here. He obviously was yelling. It's live streamed. The proof is
no. See, yelling implies that he was doing it repeatedly.
He was being loud.
He yelled one time. He wasn't being loud. It sounds like he's being loud. No, he wasn't being loud. It sounds like he was loud because yes, and it sounds like he's loud because he was close to the phone.
So what?
He zooms in. They're zooming in, so it looks like he's closer to the venue than he is, and because he's standing next to the phone, he sounds louder than he actually is. He wasn't yelling, and he wasn't causing a scene. If you watch the video, no one's reacting. If he was causing a scene,
people reacting.
That didn't happen until much later. At the very beginning, no one's reacting. Okay, no one's saying nothing. No one's being bothered by people.
Right, at the very beginning,
he actually gets threatened by Brandon.
Escalated, right? Into getting loud, into yelling at Nerdrotic's wife. Like, you're justifying this, and I understand, Tony, that he's your friend. So I will give you loyalty bonus points here, right? But I want to give you a good example. And I have had, and you know this, issues with people like Alpha Eagle. If he were to show up once, I would have called the cops. If he were to show up twice, I would have called the cops. Eric has every right to protect himself in this situation. What Riley did was, at best, dumb trolling. At worst, a little creepy. Especially coming from a female perspective. I know Eric is not a female, but I mean,
Eric is a female.
That's what I'm saying. From a female perspective, if this were to happen to me, I can tell you I would be freaked the fuck out, and the cops, there would be no question on who called the cops. It would have been me.
So would you have Alex Stein locked up?
Alex is a fucking idiot. No, I wouldn't have him locked up. Neither would I have had Riley. They should have been. But I mean,
no one seems to have issues with Alex Stein crossing state lines. Crossing state lines.
He's a fucking idiot.
Right, but he doesn't go to jail. No one's arresting him for shenanigans. No one goes, hey, he's following AOC all around Washington, D.C.
They do.
He should go to jail. No one does that. Everyone goes, yeah, he's making fun of AOC. We don't like her.
It's because of who you hang out with. It's definitely because of
people are mad at Riley not because of what he did. They're mad at Riley because they like Eric July. They like Eric July more than Riley. If they liked Riley more, everyone would be on my side and go, yeah, Riley didn't do nothing wrong.
And Alex because
people like Eric. That's why this whole thing is happening.
People like Alex, so they stand up for him.
Yeah, and if people like Riley, they'd be standing up for him, is what I'm saying.
Right,
Riley didn't do nothing wrong. What he did wasn't wrong. It's who he is. That's the problem.
Who he is? I have no problem with who he is.
He's someone you don't like. He's someone you're not...
Wait, I don't like him?
Must not, because you think that standing around going, hey, Mrs. Nerdrotic, you're fat, is somehow so egregious that he needs to be arrested.
He got arrested on a warrant. He didn't get arrested because
he didn't know he had a warrant. You know that, right?
I can't help that.
You know, Texas has in their law it says they don't have to tell you have a warrant.
Okay, that's fine. But you're blaming him calling Nerdrotic's wife fat, which is fucking classless. Like, I mean, doing it online is one thing, but when you're doing it in person, it's a little like, it's weird.
But no one's saying it's not rude or classless. No one's saying that. Okay. What I'm saying is it's not egregious enough to be arrested for.
He wasn't arrested.
If I go to a baseball game and I go, "Hey, you fat picture," right? So everyone's going, look at all this stuff he did. It's so bad, but that's not what he was arrested for, right? So then what he was doing wasn't bad. The police even didn't arrest him for it. The police didn't go, hey, we're arresting you for stalking or arresting you for chasing Eric July around the country or crossing state lines or calling Nerd Roddick's wife fat. He wasn't arrested for causing a ruckus. He wasn't arrested for disturbing the peace. He wasn't arrested for a public nuisance. He was arrested for having a warrant for, quote unquote, electronic harassment of Eric July. He's literally got arrested for cyberbullying Eric. Yes, that's what the warrant's for.
Does it say electronic?
Repeated electronic communications with Eric July.
Does it actually?
He got arrested for cyberbullying Eric July.
Do you have the police report?
Yeah, I have the whole warrant.
Okay, does it say electronic harassment?
Yes.
Or does it mention that he went to his warehouse?
No, it says repeated. The warrant. They talk about him going to the warehouse. They get the statements from Eric, and then at the very end, what the warrant is issued for is repeated electronic communications to Eric July.
Okay.
They literally have pictures from his Twitter of him holding giant novelty scissors that Eric says made him feel threatened.
Okay. I can't say that I wouldn't have done the same thing if I felt threatened. I get it's trolling, but there is a point you take it too far. There is a point that it gets fucking weird.
Right. But the point of this whole conversation is that what he did at the event, what your perceptions of all these things are, don't matter because the police said it's not illegal. You can say it's creepy, you can say it's weird, you can say it's rude, but none of that is legally
nobody said it was
actionable.
But I'm saying Eric had every right to call the cops if he felt threatened.
Okay, so then why did he lie about calling the cops?
See,
that's the whole point. The whole point is Eric July keeps lying.
Do you have proof he called the cops?
Yes, because the cops wouldn't let Riley leave because they knew he had a warrant.
Okay, do you have proof?
The only one who knows he has the only people that had no. See, so you're gonna do this. Eric did not physically pick up a phone and go, "Cops, Riley's here." No, what he did was, "Hey, that guy out there has a warrant. Could someone let the police know?"
You have no idea. It could have been the owners. It could have been one of the people in there.
It couldn't have been the owners. Do you want to know why it wasn't the owners?
It could have been one of Eric's
Do you want to know why it wasn't the owners?
There was children there, Tony.
Do you want to know why it wasn't the owners?
I don't care. You're definitively saying it
Riley
was
called
Eric.
the owners 3 weeks before and let them know he was going to be outside.
That's awesome. That's a really smart move.
So we know it wasn't the owners.
And they could have got fed up with it. You don't know that it wasn't the owners if that's your only reasoning there. Because they could have said, okay, 3 weeks before and seen how he acted in public and been like, nah, I'm not dealing with this.
Okay, so then the cops, what would the cops do in a typical trespass or a disturbance of the peace?
Like they did
it's
with
a
him.
typical
Talk to
reaction.
They had a conversation with him. They did not do anything until they found out about the warrant, correct?
No, that's incorrect. Riley literally says, "Can we leave?" several times, and they go, "No, you can't go." They were not letting him leave.
It. You know, like when the cops
before they even pulled his ID.
They pull your ID no matter what.
Before they pulled his ID, when the cops first showed up, Riley said, "Well, then can we just leave?" And they said, "No."
Yeah,
they knew who he was. They don't actually. They don't have to.
You're assuming that.
No, I'm not assuming nothing.
The cops called on you in a public venue.
Well, okay, so again, the cops would only pull your ID if they had reason to. If the cops are called for trespassing, they would show up and go, "Hey, you guys need to leave." Riley was not doing anything that would be reasonable. There was nothing reasonable that the cops would say, "Oh, look, he's on drugs. Let's get his ID." "Oh, look, he's harassing people." This guy, he was literally standing on a sidewalk.
You have no idea what was said in that police phone call. They could have literally said he's standing on the sidewalk harassing people. That's enough to pull his record.
No.
Yes, it is.
Again, the police would have came out, saw that he wasn't, and go, "You know what? You got to leave people inside saying you're harassing people." Riley would have left. That would have been the end of it.
You are assuming.
Have you ever dealt with the police for being trespassed?
Absolutely.
For being trespassed?
Yes, and I was pulled.
Why are you causing trouble?
Because I was a kid once, Tony, and I was not a good one.
Man.
And I was told I had no warrant, therefore I was allowed to let go.
I've been trespassed. I've been told to leave places without ever having my ID pulled.
I mean, that's awesome. but that's not every single situation. What the fuck, Hush, did you just do? Oh my god.
I have no idea.
Oh my god, I'm sorry about that. That was super loud. Probably in your ear.
It wasn't.
Okay, good.
Ah.
Right. Oh my god. Like, literally, Hush walked by, hit the fucking bones, knocked them all over, and scared the whole fucking house. Alright, we're good. Anyways. Yes, all you have to do is say somebody's trespassing and they can pull you. All they have to do
Okay,
is
so who would have to say that? Who would have to say that?
It depends. Whoever called, Tony. It's
okay. So
it could be the hold
on. Hold on. You cannot call and say that someone's trespassing if it's not your location or you're representing the location. I can't go, hey, I'm at McDonald's and this guy's trespassing. We go, well, who are you? I'm just a customer in the McDonald's, but this guy's trespassing.
That's literally what happened to me when I was young. You can call. So if you're on So
someone who's not working at the location, does not represent the location, can call that you're trespassing.
Yes. What if you're house sitting? You don't own the location.
You're representing the location. That's why I use the word representing the location.
Doesn't matter.
You have to represent the location.
And the patron would represent the location in that moment. Because they are there also.
No, it's not how it works.
Yeah, it literally is how it works, Tony.
They would say, who are you? They'd say, oh, I'm a patron. They say, oh, okay. And then we'd hang up on you.
No, they would.
They'd be like, okay, don't worry. We'll take care of that. We'll take care of that, man. We'll take care of that. Karen will take care of that. Don't worry. Click. And they'll all have a good laugh. Hey, some stupid lady called.
You can literally call and be like, these weird teenagers are down the road. I think they're messing with
No, they would ask you. They
would
say, ma'am, are they harassing you?
No, they would not. They would say, "Okay, we'll check it."
If you were at Boozy Bird and you go, "Hey, I'm at Boozy Bird and there's this weird guy trespassing," they go, "Well, how do you know? Did the owner say they're trespassing? Let's talk to the owner. Hold on, let's find out."
Oh my god!
Are the police so fucking bored that they're like, "Oh shit, some random person calls and says that there's someone trespassing at Boozy Bird."
You can't be serious right now. You've never got like the cops called on you when you were walking down the road for no reason.
No.
Okay. But it doesn't have to be the owner of the sidewalk, right?
Unless maybe you're in like some unless you're in some like random like small podunk town with like 3 people and they're like, oh shit, there's like a weirdo here. He's like the 4th person in town. Come pick him up. And I guess maybe.
So maybe. You just admitted that is possible.
Yeah, I just said in a podunk town with 4 people.
Okay, well, obviously, I don't live in a town with 4 people, so that's not possible. But the thing is Eric could have very easily called. I'm not saying he didn't, but he said
right. But what you're saying
it
makes sense. Again, you could call and say, "Hey, someone's causing a disturbance. Hey, someone's being a nuisance."
Yeah,
that's possible.
Yes.
But to say trespass, see, that's where you are saying things that I know are 100%. You cannot say someone's trespassing if you do not represent the location because you don't know.
That the person on the phone said they were trespassing? So it had to be the owner then. By what you're saying,
how do I know? How do I know it's someone on the phone? Because again, when the cop showed up, he tells them. They said that you're on the thing that you're not supposed to.
You just admitted it wasn't. There was no possible way it was Eric that called. It was the owner of the establishment. By your logic,
I said we already established Eric didn't call. Eric did not physically call. When we say Eric called, we're saying the owner or somebody went up to Eric and said, "Hey, that crazy guy that you warned us about, he's outside. What do you want us to do?" And then Eric or his representative says, "Oh, Eric said to if that guy shows up, call the police because he has a warrant." That's what I'm saying happened.
That could very well be, but that's not Eric's fault. That's still, you're making Riley a victim.
No one's saying it's Eric's fault. Did I say it's Eric's fault that Eric put a warrant on Riley, and then when he showed up, Eric told the police that Riley has a warrant to go arrest him? Am I saying that's Eric's fault? No, I'm saying that's the circumstances in which happened.
Okay. There's a million circumstances. You don't know exactly. You can't make definitive statements here, right?
Unless I know someone that was inside.
Somebody that was in the venue?
Yeah.
Have they talked about this publicly?
No.
So you have no proof, again, just like your Sweet Baby Inc. thing, right?
how is so either my word isn't good enough, or I have no proof. Is what you're saying?
Wait, you're saying I should have to take you at your word? You don't give me that respect.
I give lots of people that respect.
You, but you want me to give you that respect, but you've never given it to me.
In what instance?
Did I have an unlisted video?
Is that a question, or are you
No,
making a statement?
that's when you didn't take my word for it, right? So why should
I
I
don't
take
remember.
your word?
You have to remind me because I don't remember. It's like 9 in the morning.
When I was trying to get remonetized during that whole saga, and you made a whole video like all like nerd blah blah blah.
No, if you watch the video, I know you're emotional sometimes, but if you watch the video, I speculated that these could be the reasons.
Yeah,
It's
did watch
called
the video.
speculation. I literally didn't say she definitively. I just said this is possible. I don't know if she has unlisted videos or not.
In my
but if
comment
she
section,
did,
you said it's probably your unlisted video.
yeah, which is probably. That's again not saying
Right, and I'm
definitively.
saying
That's my
probably here.
speculation.
I'm saying probably here. I'm probably gonna have to see proof. I believe in facts and fucking evidence, not somebody's word. Do I think that you're probably correct? I mean, I take your word at like 99%. Yeah. But until I see actual proof, I'm not gonna make any definitive, strong statement or opinion.
That's fine. I'm not asking you to.
But the thing is if this person like has the proof and wants to put it out there, it would be very easy to do, right? It would be very, very easy to do.
Yeah, but then they would fall out of favor with Eric July's crew, and that would be a whole thing.
Sure, but then I can't actually take their word on it, right? Like until I would see. Same with any, like Johnny Depp taught us that, right? That was the situation where I kind of took notice and started believing this.
Hold on.
When it's
this shit comments are fucking pissing me off. No, I love Saggy, I love you. But yes, we literally, like in the most literal sense, Eric July did not pick up a telephone and call. No one's ever said that. Again, when they go, Eric called, they're saying someone called on Eric's behalf through Eric's, instruction. Whether the owner goes, "Hey, that guy's out there," what he wants to do.
That's not something you can prove. It's just not. Without Eric admitting it, or the person who took the favor and called.
Did you watch Eric's latest video, where he basically gives you the reasons why he would have had to call the cops?
No, I don't. No,
Eric
I didn't.
July really put out a video. So someone got arrested, and the whole video is basically explaining why he has
Saggy watching that
so serious. Why he has to take everything so serious, and why that the police need to be called, and yada yada yada. So it really seems like Eric July's video is all well, see guys, I didn't call, but if I did, here's this is the OJ. I didn't kill her, but if I did, here's how I would have did it type situation.
Okay.
Right?
Did he admit he called?
No, he's never gonna. He didn't. He's still in the video. He's still saying he didn't DMCA Riley, and he goes, "There's no proof because Riley doesn't have a DMCA." And Riley literally showed the DMCA.
Yeah. And that also brings us to another subject. Why are you okay with him doxing him like that?
He didn't dox him.
He did. He did a partial dox, but it's still a dox.
See, I said partial because it's a YouTube comment section. I'm trying to get my point across. Riley didn't dox. Eric July goes, "You don't have our address." Yada yada. He goes, "Yes, I do. I have your address. It's on the DMCA." Eric said, "You're lying. You never got DMCA." So Riley showed the DMCA, and it said, Rippaverse, whatever. And Rippaverse Publishing is the buildings. And then it says has the address, which he blacked out the address, and then just had the Texas
state or county. I mean, you can say the state. But
Everyone knows he lives in Texas. Everyone knows that the Rippaverse warehouse is in Texas.
Okay, that's fine. I don't need any more information than that. I'm just saying.
Well, that's all he showed was the Texas and the city, which everyone knew the city. Because Riley literally went to it.
Okay, that's fine. But still putting somebody's information out there is a partial dox. And I know.
You cannot dox, ma'am. You cannot dox a public building. It's like saying I put out the information for where the Sears Towers is.
You're okay with that.
That's you can't. No, it's not okay. You cannot dox.
Also,
can you dox McDonald's?
Why would you dox McDonald's? You're doxing
Can you dox
person.
McDonald's? No,
This is a false equivalency here, Tony.
A warehouse isn't a person. A warehouse is a business location. It's where he works,
right? And he did it on behalf of Eric, right?
He doesn't. It's not where he works.
Oh,
Eric's Light does not work there. Yes, and it's
this
a
is
public
a small
business,
and you're trying to compare it to McDonald's, just like you tried to compare it to Marvel.
So at what size does the business's location become private?
When I don't know, but not a small
There's none.
business.
Every business is public.
Okay, you can think that, but I am not okay with
No, there's no thinking. It's literally
it is,
public.
Tony, because he works there. Because he's at that place from time to time.
No,
That's
actually,
fucking weird.
If you listen to what he said, he goes, "I was actually never there. I'm never at that location."
Never ever, never once in his whole.
That's what he
life.
says. I don't control Eric July's words. This is what he said.
We've seen videos of him at the warehouse.
I do not control his words.
We've
Eric
seen
July
videos of him there, and he has employees.
Eric July
all
literally
of that
said
is not
in the
okay.
video response, "I am never there." That's what he said in his video response. I don't control what Eric July says.
But we've seen him there. So we know that he does go there from time to time. We know that it's likely his
He has
wife
two
goes
warehouses.
There. So
you know he has two warehouses, right?
Yeah.
So the video could be from the other warehouse. It's not necessarily from the warehouse Riley went to.
Okay. That is fine. You are telling me that a man that has two warehouses just doesn't visit the one ever because it works for your narrative,
Brandon's warehouse.
Right? It works for your narrative better.
I'm going by his words. And again, it's a public building. You cannot dox a public building.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't make what you did okay. It's still.
No one says. See, you keep conflating things. You keep going. It's a dox, and then I go, it's not a dox. Well, it's not okay. No one said it's okay. We're just arguing whether it's a dox or not. Can you dox a public building? Yes or no? It's real simple. Can you dox a public building? Can you dox a public building?
What is a dox to you, Tony?
Can you dox a public building?
A dox is information that you have not personally put out there, right? You have not put out there.
Information. Private or personal information of a person.
Wait, hold on. I have a question. This is a litmus test. Did Sniper Wolf dox, what's his name? That Jack guy or whatever his name is?
Jack Films?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. All right. So we're going to disagree on what doxing is.
So showing someone's house is a dox?
Yes! What's the purpose?
Without any identifiable landmarks or anything, just showing a house.
Yes.
No, he didn't. If you watch the Sniper Wolf, there's nothing identified. You don't know where his house is based on her video.
You're telling me you've never heard of a little website called 4chan that can find nearly everything?
Oh, so you're saying a bunch of autists that's the standard for what a dox is? You can court. Did you see these autistic people? They figured out where Shia LaBeouf's flag was based on the clouds in the sky. So therefore, just showing, like you can show like a little fucking rain gutter, and they can figure out where your house is. That means that's a dox.
Showing somebody's personal house on the internet. Or personal business, and it's a small business, not McDonald's.
It's not a personal business. It's not a personal business. It is a public industrial park.
Who owns it, Tony?
With a warehouse that Eric July rents, with a giant Rippaverse thing on the front.
Right.
Okay. It's not a private location. It's not some private island that Eric July rents that Riley had to fly a helicopter to. It is a publicly accessible building with a publicly accessible storefront. With a publicly accessible address.
So tell me about the Zillow thing, because I didn't find out about that until yesterday. So he posted a picture of his house online also?
He posted a Zillow house image. I didn't even know it was Eric's house, to be honest.
So he did. It was his kid. It was his kid. His house.
Yeah, apparently. Like I said, he posted in response to Shagsworth. He posted this image. Well, it doesn't matter. That's irrelevant. But he was mad at Shagsworth for not reading a super chat, and he posted this image and goes, "Hey, this is how things go too far."
That is how things go too far. He got so mad that he didn't read a super chat. He posted an image of his home.
Yes, a publicly available image. Yes, that no one knew was his house. That's what I'm saying. No one knew that was Eric's house.
What was the purpose of that?
To annoy Eric.
To annoy Eric? But you said this was some Shagsworth person.
Yes, because Shagsworth was responding to Eric, so he responded to Shagsworth because it would be in the same Twitter thread chain, whatever.
So you would be okay if he posted a picture of your house online and where you work?
Well, a picture with no identifiable marks? Yeah, sure.
Wait, a Zillow listing has identifiable marks.
If you looked at the image, there's nothing identified. It's just the house. There's no address.
Literally reverse image search it. That's all you'd have to do.
Yeah, but again, what did I say? What did I say versus what did you say? I didn't say there's no reverse imageable search thing. That's not what I said. I said there's no identifiable marks. If you want to go to the extra step, you can find anything at any time. That's not the standard that we hold people to.
He posted a Zillow of his house.
Right, just the picture, not the Zillow listing, just the image of the house.
How many extra steps?
Had no identifiable marks.
After you screenshot a picture, how long is a reverse image? How many extra steps? What is
so
it
you have to actually do that. That's the extra step. That's one extra step.
That takes less than 30 seconds.
No, you see, now you're conflating how long it takes as to whether or not it's an extra step.
You're acting like that's okay.
Do you look at images and reverse image search every image you see on the internet?
Of course not. I also don't
follow So then there's no expectation that people would be doing that, right?
Yes. Stop it. There is no reason to post somebody's house unless there's I can't even think of a good reason to post somebody's house. Like can you give
No one's saying it was a good reason. See, you keep complaining. I'm not saying it was a good reason.
No, you're justifying it, Tony. You're justifying really terrible behavior that could endanger somebody's life. And then you're saying, well, he called the cops.
Where did I justify it? Where did I say it was okay?
It's been you justifying.
No, it's not. I've never said it's okay.
Or not, or whether it is okay
I'm simply stating facts. I'm not saying anything is okay. Listen to this back later.
Okay, so
and then find the part where I said it was okay.
All of this shit that Riley did, not okay, right? That's what you're saying
think it was
right
dumb.
now.
I've told Riley it's not okay. Stupid, yeah.
Okay.
I've told him. I've said it publicly that it was stupid.
Then why do you go on your channel and act like and justify it over and over again? He was doing this. He wasn't harassing people. He wasn't. It's stupid.
Right. That's not justifying.
It is justifying it.
Stating facts is not justifying. Clearing the air is not justifying. Saying this is what he did, not this other thing, is not justifying. When people go, Riley stabbed 3 people, go, actually, no, Riley didn't stab anybody. What he did was he just yelled on and go, why are you justifying stabbing? I'm like, I'm not. He didn't stab anybody. You keep saying stabbing. I keep going, it's not stabbing.
It's a public venue or a private house is not public. That is.
And did I say it was? Did I say it was okay to do that? No.
No, but
did I say that he should have done that? No. Did I say it was doxing? Also, no, because there's no identifiable.
Robert said, even if Zillow image was not Eric's house, Riley's statement still implied it was. If people, it was his house. If people assumed it was Eric's house, that's just as bad as my honest opinion. The thing was, it was. And he put that online. And
no, Zillow put that online.
Okay, Zillow, and he spread it. No, nobody knew it existed. He made sure to spread that information, correct? Just to annoy him.
He tried to, yes.
Okay.
I'm not even sure how many people seen that.
It doesn't matter, even if one person saw it. Do you understand why somebody could look at that after posting a business, a house, going to the business, and going to a venue?
He didn't post a business. We just established he didn't post a business.
He literally filmed there. He literally filmed there.
Yeah, but he didn't post them.
He literally
You're making it sound like he posted the address.
He posted partial docs for that to prove it. Yeah, I know it was to prove it, but it still doesn't make it okay.
So it's not okay to uphold your image when people are saying that you're a liar and that you're all kind of things and running you through the mud. And the only way to prove your innocence is to go, look, this is the thing that he sent me, and this proves that he's lying.
Put a block over it, boom, easy as
He did. What part of didn't you? He blocked everything, but enough to show that yes, this was the warehouse.
Really? He posted the county and the, well, obviously people know his state, but he put it down to a county.
People knew the county. People, Eric July said where it was.
I would have had no idea. Not people knew. Not
So when Eric July
knew.
says something, it's not people knew, but
Okay,
when
so
Riley
Eric
does
put it out
something,
there
people
before?
know.
Eric put it out there
Yes,
before.
he put out where it was, Texas, and what kind. He didn't put out the address, and neither did Riley.
I've never seen that. I would have to see proof of that. If that's the case, then I can understand if Eric put it out there first, right? That's a little different, but I've never actually seen him say what county it was in. I don't think anyone would be that stupid.
Have you met Eric?
I mean, no, I haven't, thankfully, but I'm just saying. Gary, thank you so much. America's weird. In the UK, we don't own the land, so we don't get violent when people come in the garden. We just see what they want, ask them if they're up to no good. We ask them to leave. I mean,
I like Gary.
That's kind of the dream, right?
Not owning land is the dream? I don't know about that.
No. Just asking if they're up to no good and then just leaving, right? That's kind of the thing. Not having to deal with the arrest. But you can see, like, I know you're not going to badmouth Riley, and I don't want you to. But you've got to see, from a content creator,
yes,
content creator's perspective, if somebody was doing this to you, how it could be deemed not only harassment, but stalking and a little fucking creepy.
But it wasn't. That's the point. Not the creepy part, the stalking part. The cops deemed it not stalking.
They deemed
it. Yeah, and he's not arrested for stalking.
Right? Harassment.
He was arrested for repeated electronic communications, which falls under the harassment. Right, but harassment has the statute in Texas, what falls under the banner of harassment. And what Riley got charged with was repeated electronic communications.
Harassment was the main thing, right? From what I've seen, it was filed under harassment.
Right. I just said that. What part are you not listening?
I'm just clearing it up.
Yeah, but I'm clearing it up because when you say harassment, I want to make sure that people know that
you want to downgrade it. You're trying to downgrade it.
I don't want to downgrade it.
That's what you're doing.
No, I'm trying to make it clear what the harassment was.
You're trying to downgrade it and act like it's not a big deal what he did. Not just...
I remember he cyberbullied Eric July. I understand that the law was put in place to protect 12-year-old girls who get told mean comments on the internet and end up with bulimia and Eric July. I understand that. I get it.
Do you realize who you sound like right now? Like, you sound like the Geeks and Gamers crowd when they're like, oh, she got called the N-word online. So what? So what? Like, I don't know. Let me get these super chats. All I'm getting from Tony is this. If it's A-okay, just because it's Eric, who he has had long time beef with, if it was anyone in CG, the exact same thing that happened to Eric, he would most likely be outraged as Eric is. Rules for thee, but not for me. And then Gary said...
That's incorrect. Let me answer that.
Okay,
because first off, you can't make a supposition based on nothing. I don't know who sent that super chat in.
It was Robert.
Robert, you should know by now, I'm very consistent. If it happened to anybody, whether it's CG or not, if it happened to Riley, I would say the same thing. What am I not been consistent on?
You're justifying things because
I did not. So you keep saying that. Show me where I justified. You keep using that word. Where did I justify? Did I say it was okay?
Because it was okay. No, you said it wasn't doxing because it was a public building.
That's
it wasn't
you keep using that word.
You keep using that word.
You know what that word means.
Stop it. It was a house.
I don't know.
All because they got a reverse image search and it's not a doxing. Stop it. Yes, it is.
That's not what I said. So you keep saying things that I did not say.
You said, okay, then why is Zillow not a doxing?
Because it's public. It's a public image that's already available on Zillow.
But it's his
he didn't take a picture.
Residence, right?
I hope so. I don't know what Eric July's lifestyle is like. Make assumptions.
If they are nice, Gary, thank you so much. If they are nice or just getting a football, we be nice back. And the only people that have private land is farmers and companies. And if you trespass, they can get the police, not just shoot you. The only time we get violent is if they break into your house. I mean, that's fair. Castle Doctrine right there.
We saw with Boogie, he got Hassle Doctrine.
Did he end up? I didn't ever follow it too far.
He got arrested and went to jail.
I don't know what state he lives in. Like, I feel like those things aren't our business, right? Like, I didn't follow it. I don't know what happened in that situation. But it's okay. Again, repeat why Zillow is not a doxing, because it's on a website.
I didn't say it was not a doxing.
Okay, so
I said he took a Zillow image. I was just making it clear where he got the image, because it makes it sound like Riley pulled up to his house and took a picture. That's what people. That's what the message people are saying. Riley showed up to his house, took a picture, and posted it online. Yes, people know. People have been saying that. That's that's the thing. You're not following everything, right? And so I have to clarify for people that might be outside your bubble, who are going to go, oh, well, he posted this picture, so obviously he went there. Where did he get the picture? So I'm letting people know where he got the picture. I'm giving all the facts of the case, so then you or the viewer can make a honest assessment of the situation. Okay. I'm not here to sway your mind one way or the other. I'm just here to tell you the facts. And if you think that, hey, it's not a big deal, it's on you. If you think it's a big deal, it's also on you. Right?
But literally doxing to annoy somebody. I don't care if it was on Zillow. There was no... You can't come up with a justification why that's okay until... Besides to annoy him, right? That was your justification, right?
I didn't say it was okay.
That's what you said his purpose was.
Yes, that's what I said his purpose was.
Reese, thank you so much. She says, I'm entertained. Reese is awesome. Thank you. Oh my God. Thank you. I appreciate
you keep conflating me stating the reasoning behind the action as some sort of justification for the action, which is not what I'm doing.
Isn't a reason always a justification?
No.
Isn't a reason always some sort of explanation? And if it was simply
explanation, yes, not a justification.
All right, let's do this.
See, I'm confused to how words work.
No, I am.
If I go, that kid hit that kid because the first kid stole his bike. Did I justify the hitting? No, I'm literally telling you what happened.
Okay, let's look at this. Search for and publish private or identifying information about a particular individual on the internet, typically with a malicious intent. I would say annoying somebody is a malicious intent. If that's
I would
your
argue
only
it's not
reason.
malicious.
It's not. It's just trolling. It's just trolling.
Well, malicious is a very, very strong word. I don't think annoying is as strong as malicious. I would argue that
posting anybody's home
to make someone be in fear would be malicious.
Why else would you post somebody's home unless you wanted to scare them?
We just established to annoy Eric July.
That's not a good enough reason for me. I'm sorry, it's not.
I didn't say it was. Again, I'm not justifying. I'm simply stating the reasoning.
So we've done this. We know why he doxed him. It was simply to annoy. At what point? Out to what end? What's the end game here? What's the?
He wants Eric to apologize. He literally said, if Eric apologized for DMCAing me, this would go away. He said that repeatedly from the very beginning. Okay. Eric, simply apologize for doxing me. Not doxing, for DMCAing me.
He DMCA'd him. Do you think it's okay to have retaliation as in doxing?
I don't think anything is okay. But again,
here's the thing,
Riley,
Tony,
I don't control Riley.
I know, I understand that. But you do stand up for him a lot. That's why I'm having this.
Buddy.
Yeah, I totally get that. I like that you're loyal to your friends. I understand, right? What I can't understand is why somebody thinks that the next step in escalating this is to possibly put very well could be put somebody's life in danger. Not saying Riley would do anything, but there are crazies online that could have seen that house, right?
I thought Riley was the crazy.
I don't think he's actually crazy. I think it's fake. I think it's like, oh, I'm edgy.
It's all kayfabe. It's all kayfabe.
Yeah. I don't think he actually is mean to Mint. I think it's, like you said, I think this is just his persona. But why is that a logical escalation there?
Oh, it's not logical. Nothing is logical.
Okay. All right.
He just goes, what will annoy Eric? And then he does it. What could get a
Do
reaction
you
out of
realize how
Eric?
bad this makes? Like, I know he's trying to build up his channel, so are you. Like, do you realize how bad shit like this looks? Like,
To
I
some people, I
never.
guess.
Okay, but you know me. You've known me for long enough to know that I generally don't. Not generally. I don't like Eric's books. I tried to read Yara. I got 2 pages in and I was done. Alpha Core was better, but Chuck Dixon, we kind of expected that. I'm not an Eric July fan. I'm not some simp sitting here like standing up for him. I was Team Tony, so to speak, for the majority of this until I saw how far it's been taken. Like, what's the end game? Why keep going? Why not do something? I don't know. I don't understand it, Tony. And I don't want to be like, I don't associate with myself with doxers, not you. But I don't think that is ever the correct answer.
Yeah, see, Beefy says, from an outsider who doesn't care about both parties, I don't think it looks as bad as the direction it wants to go, but it is stupid. Yeah, it's stupid. It's Riley doing stupid hijinks. Riley is a dumb 23, I think it's like maybe 24, 5-year-old. I don't know.
Wow, he's young.
Dumb 20-year-old. Yeah, who does stupid things because he knows it's going to get a reaction out of Eric. He's no different from like you said, Alex Stein, an Andy Kaufman, Andy Don Rickles.
Kaufman, stop it.
Kaufman. Andy Kaufman's was always in character. He's always in kayfabe.
Okay, but
right.
I think the better comparison here is Alex Stein, and like outside of like right wing circles, Alex Stein does not like. People don't look at him like he's so funny. Like he's fucking
right.
annoying.
I don't think he's funny. I think
He's
Alex
an
Stein
idiot.
is an idiot. Yeah.
Like,
but I don't go. Alex Stein should be arrested and like they should haul him down the street on a log. I'm just like, yeah, he's an idiot. He does stupid
Stein
things. But I don't think Alex Stein
goes against multiple people, right? He doesn't like stalk AOC, right, or harass them to the degree.
I mean, AOC would say that he stalks her.
But it's AOC, so we're gonna.
And again, the only reason AOC doesn't have Alex Stein arrested because she knows the backlash and how bad it would look and how much Alex Stein's stock would go up if she did. Right? Let's face facts. That's the reason. Alex Stein gets away with so much because he's at this point where someone does.
There's a different level here, also, right? We're talking about comic book creator to a politician. And also,
yeah, but it's not. But no, hold on.
He has made his whole life about Eric.
Hold on. You're conflating things.
Okay. No, I'm not. But explain to me.
Yes, you are, because I'm comparing Alex Stein's actions and not his motivations. Okay. Riley's not doing this because Eric July is a comic creator. Riley's not doing this because Eric July is anything. Riley's doing this because he has personal beef with Eric July. That's it.
Because he DMCA'd.
If Eric July stopped doing comic books, Riley would still want an apology.
Right. I said I was giving their profession, didn't conflate anything. I gave both of their professions. But the reason why Alex Stein goes after AOC is it's funny, oh my god. I called her a big bully Latina. Like, it's dumb, right? It's really fucking dumb. But so is what Riley's doing, and he's got one target, whereas Alex Stein just trolls the troll.
Yeah, and Riley trolls the troll.
It's not targeted harassment.
It's not targeted harassment either.
It's not.
Riley trolls other people. See, that's the thing. People act like Riley's only ever talked about Eric. He hasn't. He's talked about lots of people. How many other people? He trolled Tyler because Tyler was giving him shit, and then Tyler started crying on the internet.
Who's Tyler?
Tyler, he does those manga books. He's a comics creator. How do you not know who Tyler is? He's always on Twitter with long ass threads about how this is how you get more fucking.
This is. I don't know who Tyler is. Wait.
Talk and draw. Draw and talk.
Oh, I know who he is. Yeah, he does good work. At least what I've seen. So he
trolled him. Tyler got mad because Tyler told a story about going on vacation and his kid shitting himself, And we're all like, why would you tell that story? Like, that's not a funny story that you would. He just showed up on a live stream and just started talking about how his kid shit himself on vacation. And we're all like, that's kind of a weird thing to like lead with. And then Tyler got mad because we talked about his kid. And then so Riley trolled him.
Okay,
and
so
Tyler went away.
You talked about his kid in what sense? Because I'd get mad too.
In the exact sense I just said. We go, wow, that's weird that he would tell a story about his kid shitting himself. Like,
okay. I mean, I if he led with that, I can't see that. Like, I would actually need to see context, but I can see why you would be like, that was weird.
like I said, it was a live stream where it was like 3 guys on, and then Tyler joined and like, hey, how you doing? He's like, oh, I was on vacation, and my kid was playing video games, and the next thing you know, it turns out he shit himself. And we're just like, why would you tell that story? Like,
I mean, maybe he thought
that's
it was
like
funny.
a private story. It was a public, like, no one's laughing. If you watch the thing, none of his friends are laughing. And like, that's a thing you say backstage, like, man, sorry, I was late because the kid shit himself.
That's that big of a deal if you're just, I don't know. Like, it's a weird story to tell. I wouldn't, but I'm not going to judge somebody else for it.
Well, I would, and I did.
Okay. Where were you going with that? What's that? Oh, you were saying he harasses other people.
I didn't know. I didn't say he harassed. I said he annoyed. That he
Yes,
trolled other people.
He trolls other people, but it for the most part, you can't deny that it is targeted specifically towards Eric, right?
I can't deny that Eric is one of his primary antagonists. No.
Yeah, he absolutely is, and that's why I called it targeted harassment.
I mean, Maddox would call it targeted harassment when Dick Masterson makes fun of him constantly, but the court didn't agree with that.
Okay, but did Maddox dox him?
Sue him? Yes. Oh my God, Maddox pretended to be a female reporter to get somebody fired.
I have no idea who Maddox is.
Man, do you not know your lore?
No. I fucking play video games and talk about comics. On occasion,
you should do your homework.
Why would I do my homework about some random person named Maddox?
He's not random. How do you not know the LOL suit fucking legally he sued someone for calling him a cuck? Like, everybody knows that.
What? Really?
Yes, yes. He literally sued Dick Masterson and
I feel like
some other
there's
guy.
probably more to the story, but like...
Well, Dick Masterson ended up with Maddox's ex-girlfriend, and then Maddox got really mad, and then people were calling him a cuck online, and then he tried to sue everybody for calling him a cuck.
Okay, that's wild.
That's the gist of it.
Robert, thank you so much. He said, I'm sorry, but my point of view is I watched Tony lose his consistency the more he had EVS and company on his channel. That's why I stopped going. It's why I saw him making excuse and mental gymnastics to justify it all. It reminds me of the war campaign tactics and actions, which sucks. Sorry, Robert, I didn't see it. But, okay. I do agree that I think some consistency was lost with the doxing thing. Like, I don't feel like you would be sitting here, like, overly explaining it. I'm not going to use the word justify. If it was somebody that did it for EVS or for Katie or for something like that. Like, I do feel like you're definitely...
he went to EVS's warehouse, right?
Yeah, that was a joke, and EVS knew ahead of time, and it was a funny little bit. I showed it on stream. I laughed at it. It was good. But
and they showed
he
the
went
building,
there invited, right?
No, he wasn't invited.
EVS knew he was coming.
Well, he told him, I'm coming to your warehouse.
Yes, exactly. He didn't say...
He told Eric, I'm coming to your warehouse, too.
Okay.
He wasn't invited in either situation. EVS just went, okay, Riley's coming.
Exactly.
Let me be nice to him.
There's a big difference, right? And they were completely not at heads with each other. They were fine. There was no, like, love lost there.
I mean, no, because EVS didn't, like, have him arrested or kicked him out or anything.
Well, he didn't have him arrested either. Riley got himself arrested. Like, you're making Riley a victim here. You're acting like
Free my Ninja Riley.
See? It's okay to die.
He's already free.
Tony's friend.
Is that what you're saying? Because that would be a really cool standard to have. We can just be friends. You can just cowards.
Everybody just make sure you're Tony's friend, and then all goes. And all is good. Translation, understand the deep lore. Shut up. I'm sorry. I just don't pay. Like, I pay.
That's not what I said. I didn't say that.
No, I know you didn't. Robert's just doing a little bit of a straw man there. So no, I'm vaguely familiar with what's it, Dick Masterson. Like I maybe watched. I think I watched a clip of them review ISM, and then he had somebody else review it or look into it. I remember, but that's I don't. He was being sarcastic. He said,
Yes.
but. I don't understand why you're doing this whole free Riley thing when this was...
Well, he's already free. We don't have to.
Yes, you did. Yeah, but you did the hashtag and all that stuff. But I'm just...
I didn't hashtag it.
I'm pretty sure I saw it in your title. Because you had like the mugshot on photo, like on a picture, like a shirt and a mug.
I don't think I said that. I don't know if I hashtagged it. I think I had it on there.
Regardless, you don't understand, like, you're Comicsgate now, and I want to talk about that too. You don't understand, like, with the association, how bad this makes, like, you enabling this look.
I'm not enabling it. He didn't ask me permission to do these things.
That's not what enabling means.
What does enabling mean?
You never heard of somebody that, like, enables a user?
Okay, but what does it mean?
You're literally, like, sitting here coming to defense for him, right? You're sitting here basically... I know you don't think it's justifying, but to a lot of people, it looks like you're justifying it. You're acting like he did nothing wrong. You're making him the victim. That's a bit of enabling.
So what does enabling mean?
You want the exact definition? We can do this. If I can type. Well, those are not good definition.
Oh, why are they not good definitions?
Because they don't pertain to what we're talking about? You know words have more than one definition, right?
Not according to Eric.
Justify or support problematic behaviors in a loved one under the guise that you're helping them.
Yes, so I'm not doing that. I'm not under the guise of helping Riley.
You're not supporting Riley right now?
Under the guise of helping him. I'm not under the guise of helping him.
You're not supporting him?
Not under the guise of helping him, no.
Didn't you in your one stream have his GoFundMe up? Isn't that helping him? So
that was informing people of the GoFundMe.
No, it is not. Stop it. That is absolutely helping him.
To get free of jail, yes. To do his behavior, no.
So you were helping.
Are you saying I should just let Riley rot in jail?
Like he wouldn't make bond. Like, if he has a clear record, he probably just walked out of there. I mean, I don't know. I didn't look into it, but I'm just saying. Like...
He does have a clear record.
Okay. Yeah.
But they would still hold him... it was a $1,500 bill.
So he had to pay $150?
Yeah. She's such a threat to society. They said $150.
Right, but if you have a clear record, that you're not really a threat here, right? So they're looking at it to establish a pattern from his past behavior, right? So
yeah.
$150.
But every time I would have you believe he's some
more
psychotic maniac. So Riley's just had this clear record his whole life, but suddenly he just turned into a psychotic maniac.
For the lulz. To annoy him. Do you see how weird that is? But
he's not a psychotic maniac. If he's doing it for the lulz, then he's obviously within his faculties.
Nobody said he was with... I mean,
Riley,
Eric did.
But
like, this kayfabe thing he does, absolutely, he tries to look like he's crazy.
Yes. He's playing a character.
Like, right. And that's what Eric sees, correct? So Eric can only judge off of what he sees, right?
I guess.
Oh my God, Gary.
That just makes it funny.
It doesn't.
How can you see a man
if somebody
with
acted
giant
like
scissors,
that towards
a man with
me,
giant novelty scissors walking
Eric
around?
did.
So with giant novelty scissors going, I'm gonna shave you, Eric. I'm going to come up to you, hold you down, and shave your arm hair. And he's like, yeah, that's a serious threat.
That's fucking weird.
He put his shaver, an electric shaver, on a stick, and like, look, Eric, now I can reach you further. And Eric's like, yeah, he talked to, like, that's serious. Like, he's like, oh shit, that guy's really gonna shave me.
That was early on.
Do you believe that Eric July legitimately thinks?
Then.
Do you believe that Eric July legitimately thinks that Riley is a threat?
Yes.
I do. I think Eric July doesn't think he's a threat, but he wants to have him stop being annoying. And this is the only way. He did, instead of going, I apologize, or hey Riley, could you stop annoying me? Because he doesn't want to look like a pussy on the internet.
Why would he have to apologize now after he doxed him? Like, I could understand before he did some DMCA shit to Riley and to you, but you haven't done this.
No, because I have a child.
Okay. Still, you see my point. He's done it to other people. He did.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Would it be okay if Eric July's employees threatened to show up to events and get in people's faces, and they thought that was okay? So if they said that behavior was okay, then
who said
Riley's
that
behavior would also
okay?
If Eric July's what part of this didn't you get? If Eric July's employees said they were going to go to cons and get into the faces of people because those people were spineless, that they better not call the cops on them the way that they called the cops on Gabe El Taib. If Eric July's employees said these things online, would you not think that Eric July would be okay with such behavior?
I mean, I don't know what he's okay and what he's not okay with, but I would tell my employees to shut the fuck up, because you can't threaten that either.
If Eric July said publicly that what happened to Gabe El Taib when he pulled up on Mark Brooks was bullshit and the cops shouldn't be called on him, would you not think it's hypocritical that he would then call the cops on Riley for doing the exact same thing?
He's been there twice. It wasn't just the one instance. And I think Gabe was in the wrong in that situation. Let me get this super chat real quick. Who cares? This is some pathetic shit. If they don't like each other, just stick them in a room, let them have bare knuckles, and let them drop it for the sake of my sanity. I agree. Boxing match when?
I offered to box Eric July, and then he blocked me on Twitter.
I remember.
Actually, no. I accepted Eric July's offer to box, and then he blocked me on Twitter.
Just like, what was it yesterday? They were telling me Vera's gonna box a Kotaku editor or something. I don't know.
I don't know about that.
It's weird.
That's out of my purview. I don't.
So Eric's July, his employees threatened Riley specifically, or just people in general?
The people who were, I can get the exact phrasing, but it was basically aimed at the people talking shit about Eric. That they would not have the spine to show up. Eric July said that he would pull up on,
or they threatened them.
They threatened to pull up on actual fandom, on Dane, at a con.
Oh, come on, that would be freaking entertaining.
I can get the.
It's fine. I believe you, but yeah, that's fucking ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
And I remember he threatened to pull up on Bob, Organized Chaos. That Bob isn't built for this kind of confrontation, right?
Yeah.
So Eric July threatening people
into it, and yeah, I understand. But you also realize these are threats online. He's not showing up to. So
okay. So as long as
showing up to his,
you can threaten online.
His con.
You can threaten people online.
He's not putting his house online. He's not putting his county online.
Hold on. So you could pretend to be a tough guy, but when you actually are a tough guy and show up and do the things that you say you're going to do, that's when it becomes wrong. You can just say the things, just don't do the things, right?
No, I don't think you should do either.
Riley
I don't think you should do either.
And he didn't shut up. I don't think so either, but I mean, Eric July thinks you could do at least half of them.
If you don't think so, then why are you enabling it?
I'm not enabling it. I don't think it's right.
You're literally sharing his GoFundMe, and you're doing, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, you're helping him out in these situations.
I'm helping him get out of jail, yes.
Okay. So you're enabling it.
No,
I just want to know. You can justify however you want. You are. Okay, Comicsgate, because I definitely want to talk about this for a few minutes. What the fuck, Tony?
What the fuck?
What the fuck? Ever since you were putting out a book, now you're Comicsgate and you're like, what is it? The chosen one, baby Jesus? Like, when did this happen?
I didn't choose to be the chosen one. Well, the people.
Is this
people
kayfabe
decided.
too? Is this a bit too?
The people decided. The people looked at the
people.
landscape of the comic book industry and they said, "Tony, your vision for the future. That's what we want. We want that in comic books." They chose me. It's a heavy weight to weigh.
You really think
but I'll accept it.
Okay. It has nothing to do with you coming out with a book later this year or whenever it is at all?
No.
Okay. I don't understand it. I really don't. So my issue here is like, isn't Comicsgate kind of dead anyway? You've got like your weird faction, EVS, like the JDAs of the world. Like, why shackle with something within yourself that's going to eventually like probably be a detriment?
I don't see it as a detriment. You
don't see it as a detriment? Shacking up with people that books are like 3 to 4 years late?
I don't see it as a detriment, no, because I'm literally, I don't work for these people. I'm not working on their books. I'm not involved in their businesses. Comicsgate is not some coalition of people who are under one publishing umbrella, right?
No, but it's a network of small indie creators.
Yeah. So their lateness does not affect mine.
You don't think? I can
Shouldn't.
get like. Okay.
I mean, do we say okay? Let me. I'm going to say an extreme example. This is an extreme example, but on 9/11, a certain group of people ran planes into a building, right? And we don't hold all people responsible. We don't hold all people responsible for those people's actions, do we? I said it was an extreme example.
Holy fuck.
What I'm saying is there are bad people that do bad things under an umbrella, right?
And you put them
but we don't
on
hold
your
all
channel
people
consistently.
Do I put them on my channel consistently and go, that's good what they did? No. But I have other people. I have lots of people on my channel. Eric DeBunks comes on my channel consistently.
Oh, I like Eric's channel.
I like Eric too. So again, having people on my channel to talk things that are not that is fine, right?
Of course.
People would say I promote a homosexual lifestyle by having Eric on. I go, I don't. He doesn't come on and we start going, yay, like we love gays and gay this and that. No, he just comes on and we talk comic books, right?
People say you oh my god,
Comicsgate
is so fucked.
It's not Comicsgate that does it. It's people everywhere.
Everywhere?
You know, Alpha Ego, I don't think Alpha Ego is Comicsgate, but he would say that.
Oh, he's definitely Comicsgate, I'm sure. Or at least
if he is, I'm going to stuff him in the locker at the next meeting, the next Comicsgate meeting. I will stuff Alpha Ego right into a locker,
and we'll make sure they don't even call the cops on you. Okay. It's justified.
And I'll take his lunch money.
Make sure you get it all, though, all for the week.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you want, I'll give him a loaded swirly. I'll say, here's a loaded swirly on behalf of Nerdette. Boom.
Boom. Done. I love it. Okay, no, what I'm actually saying is here. There are people out there that absolutely do guilt by association. I'm not saying that everyone does, but we do live in reality. We know that.
So I understand. I'm not one of those people.
I'm not either. But I'm saying I know reality, and it's why
I know reality. She was in the chat earlier.
That's reality, but that was a good pun. But people are going to worry a little bit when you associate yourself with Comicsgate. It's
understandable.
I'll be the first to say it. I'm gonna buy your book. I'm interested. I read the draft. I thought it was fucking good. Like I'm not going to look at that in the same way that I would look at somebody like EVS. But don't you think that this like weird trolling, supporting doxers, don't you worry a little bit how that's gonna make your book look? I mean, I guess not. That's kind of how you built your new audience, right?
I'm making an all ages comic book.
Right.
And my channel is very adult natured. I've been told that I shouldn't even be running the channel the way I do. How are you going to sell a comic book that children are going to read, Tony?
Because they're supporting you, not necessarily the book. That's part of it.
No, they're basically saying like they're giving me the whole J.K. Rowling thing, right? Like, how can you buy that book from that person that does horrible things? I believe, and I still believe, that we should separate the art from the artist. So whether I go on my channel and I
know, I agree.
Say crazy things, that should have no bearing on whether or not my work is good and whether or not you support it, right? So I don't think that who I associate with, who I talk to, who I might pal around with, if you don't like those people and that keeps you from buying my book,
so be it.
So be it. Yeah,
that's fair.
I'm not going to change who I am to court customers. If I was going to do that,
by enabling doxers, right? Because
I've known
you to be.
I like Riley. I've met Riley. He's my friend. Why would I?
You're enabling it because he's your friend.
I don't enable it. I don't tell him that. You don't know the conversations we have. I'm not going to publicly lambast Riley for an internet audience.
I wouldn't either if it was my friend, and I understand it. But you can't pretend like you're anti-dox if you're okay with that.
He didn't dox him. Again, I don't consider that a dox.
I absolutely do. Dickinson Post says they have explicit proof that Eric lied to the police and is a criminal. Wild accusations.
I believe Dickinson Post. He's a good guy.
He has proof that Eric is a criminal? And that Eric lied to the police. If you actually had that proof, I think it would be out there. Because it would ruin Eric. Robert, thank you so much. Okay, honest question for Tony. Here we go. That I've asked all of the CG creators. If someone is going to make it big on their book, they need a wider audience. That includes having good optics for outsiders to be interested. Do you just want CG and friends or a wider audience?
Okay, that was a loaded question. So yeah, I do want a wider audience.
that was not phrased correctly. Do you just want CG or do you can't have both, Tony?
No, well, it's the first part that makes it loaded. Like he's already saying if you're gonna make it big, you need a wider audience. Like, boom, he's like, so you don't want to make it big, right? And then he said, including having good optics. So he's already set what the bar is. Like, this is the bar you have to meet. He's like, you're not meeting it. Like, then ask the question. You're loading it. You should have just asked the question. Do you want a larger audience or do you want just CG? Then we can discuss why you think I won't reach a larger audience based on what I'm doing, right? That would be the proper way to ask the question. And yes, I do want a wider audience. And I do have a marketing strategy. One that no one has really utilized yet, I think. Maybe they have in the past, but I have not seen it lately. So I have pretty good plans for what I'm going to attempt. Whether it's successful or not, I guess that remains to be seen, right?
Right. But, I mean, I think you can reach a wider audience, but you know how people are. You know that people will look back and go, okay, well, this new guy in CG, right? I'm sure you've probably already had it from people like Vicky. Like, you're going to have people looking back and going, okay, this person selling this, did a free Riley stream, endorse this. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's the only issue I think. I don't think your book's I think it's gonna sell well. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I think you'll be fine. I don't think you're gonna be able to reach a wider audience because you can't in comics period right now, and you can't without a big publisher. You're indie. You know what I mean? You can't expect this massive thing to happen. Like,
I don't think I'm gonna reach a massive audience, but a wider than typical audience. Yes, I believe I have.
And you have a.
And when I say what I mean by wider than typical, you have the Comicsgate audience. And I've said this before, so I'm not saying anything that I haven't said before. Right? You have the bubble of Comicsgate, right? People within Comicsgate that know Comicsgate. I think I am in a unique position because I know people who are outside of comic books, outside of the comic book bubble, right? That others might not even know. Remember, before Comicsgate, before comic books, before talking this, I was talking other parts of the internet. And people know me from other parts of the internet. I've made relationships with people from other parts of the internet. and I'm going to utilize those relationships in order to sell my product to people who might never have seen those in the first place, right? And so I think I'm going to reach an audience that typical Comicsgate or even indie comics or even, like Eric July, and I've said this before, all praise to him for this. Like when he went on Fox News, he was reaching people that typically were not comic book readers, right? The Fox News crowd, the old people, they're like, yeah, let's stick it to like the woke, right? They were buying the book.
Yeah, they were buying it because it was marketed as this anti-woke thing.
Right, but what I'm saying is he reached an audience that would have never seen his comic book had he not gone on Fox, had he not reached out.
So what you're saying is you're going to do the Eric July method?
No, but on a smaller scale.
I'm sorry, I had to. Your friend is fucking crazy. How am I supporting revenge porn? I would love to know this.
People who don't like Riley, and Eric July has retweeted things of people posting Riley's adult OnlyFans material, Mint OnlyFans material.
Wait, by your justification, that's public, right?
No, those are private.
They're just behind a paywall. They're public.
Well, no, they're private. They would be DMCA enforceable. OnlyFans, anything you publish on OnlyFans is the expectation is it's only between you and the person you sold it to. So if anyone posts that publicly on the internet, you can DMCA it.
So why wouldn't they, if that were the case?
Because it's a bunch of sock puppet accounts that keep popping up and publishing this, and then people like Yellow Flash and Eric July would keep retweeting their stuff.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Yeah, I absolutely do not support that. That's fucking wild.
And they keep doing things like, "Oh my God, is this true?" And then they'll retweet someone who's like posted slander on Mint and like, "Is this true? I can't believe this. This is crazy if real." Like you're posting this out to your large audience. Did Mint post
it on Reddit?
No, these are things
that are spreading.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I would have no idea about revenge porn. I've never seen revenge porn of them. I've never seen. I know she has an OnlyFans, but it's still.
I've seen Riley's penis so many times this week.
What?
Yeah, because you get notifications and you're like, oh, who's replying to me on Twitter? Oh, it's another dick pic of Riley. Thanks, guys.
Okay, but why is that? What? Okay, all right. It's just from their OnlyFans? Like, that's fucking wild to be posting that shit. Just like it's wild to be posting someone's home. Like, how can you like sit here and be like, okay, well, they can't post that OnlyFans content, but it's okay to post that house?
I'd say it wasn't okay to post the OnlyFans. I said A, it's DMCA-able. B, Eric July is spreading it, acting as if, he's spreading it under false pretenses. He's spreading like, I don't know if this is real, ? Like, it's the whole, like, please don't go over there and, like, stab people, right? Like, what he's really saying.
Which is exactly the same thing I could say about Riley posting a house.
Please Riley does not say that. Riley does not say things with like, there's no questioning what he's doing. Hey, Riley doesn't go.
Doesn't matter. It's how people take it. Just like what you just said. You just said Eric uses coded language, right? People could.
Right. Riley does it. Is what I'm saying. Riley does not use coded language.
He does.
Riley
he uses
very direct language. That's not coded language. That's direct language.
It's his persona, right? So
but it's direct.
You can't blame Eric for using coded
I'm
language.
going to shave you. Riley doesn't go, am I going to shave you, Eric? No, he goes, I'm going to shave you, Eric. He's very direct in his language. There's a difference there.
Maybe
it's subtle,
maybe
but it's there.
Eric just didn't know if it was real or not. Maybe he's being direct too. You see what I'm saying? Because
why would he? Well, who's he asking? He's asking
audience.
On Twitter. Hey, Twitter! Someone on Twitter, tell me if this is real.
Right, and that's exactly right. You can't complain. You can't complain that one person is using coded language. Like, your justification here is simply.
No, again, you keep saying justification. I didn't justify. I made it a clear statement. Riley does not use coded language. Eric does. There's no justification in there. It's a simple fact.
And Dickinson.
You asked me what the situation was, and I gave you what the situation was.
Says Zillow is legal public content. Eric owns none of the OnlyFans. It's privated copyright being spread to harm them. It is exactly what is being done to Eric. It is being spread to harm him.
How would a Zillow posting
Because that's his
harm Eric
house,
July?
and it's
How does it?
Riley.
Why is it a simple question not answered simply? How is it harming Eric July?
Because it's his house. It's the place he puts his
How
head.
is it harming Eric July?
Because
Not what is it? I know what it is.
I'm telling you
how is
why.
it
It
harming
also
it?
could
What
harm
harm?
him because it's his house.
No, not
Crazies
could.
could show up.
Not could. How is it harming him?
Oh my God, Tony, stop being.
Lots
like
of
this.
things could.
I'm
Lots
telling
of things
you
could.
why, but you just don't like my answer.
No. Your answer isn't. It is harming him by. Then fill in the blank. It's a real
Having
simple.
his
Posting
public
his
house
image of
out
his
there.
house is harming Eric by.
Yes, having it out there.
Harms him. How does it harm him?
Okay, then how does
I know
the
it's out there. How
OnlyFans
does it harm
content
him?
harm them? By having it
takes
out
away their
there.
income. It takes away their income.
Oh, stop it! It does not.
No, you asked the question. That's
And
private, copyrighted
my
stuff
answer
that
just
is
simply
sold.
wasn't good enough
Their
for you.
images sold on OnlyFans for money.
Right.
Posting it online takes away their income.
money,
They are
but what they're
financially
doing could take away
harmed.
his life, right? If a person was
Not
crazy
could.
enough.
This is not a could.
It doesn't
not
matter.
Could take away income. It is taking away income.
Okay.
How is
And
it harming Eric? We don't live in a
literally,
could
you're
world.
saying it
We live in
could
a is world.
No, it could take away their income.
No, it is taking away their income.
You have no. Is there
The
proof
United
that
States
lost?
government, the U.S.
Is there
government
proof
has
that they have
declared.
lost money?
The U.S. government has declared posting images that you do not own the copyright for is 100% violating the DMCA, and you are liable for the amount of damages incurred.
Can they prove
Which
there's
would
been
be
losses?
equal to
And they have
how
to prove
much?
it. Have they had losses that you can prove?
Yes, that image cost X amount of dollars. They lost X amount of dollars.
Have at a dip in subscribers that you can prove? You have to prove it in court. You have to.
You have to prove damages. Yes.
Yes. It
You don't have
could
to prove
lose
dip
them
in
money.
subscribers.
It could.
No, it is losing them money.
You have no idea. Those people would have never. Half those people are just doing it to be mean. They could have never sought out that picture. They weren't going to pay for it. They weren't going to
You're
pay
saying
for
no
it to
one's
begin
going to pay
with.
for Riley's dick pic?
I'm not
Have you
saying
seen how
that.
sexy Riley is?
Oh my God. Maybe the right person's out there, right? But
There's someone for everyone.
what you're saying is it absolutely has affected their bottom line. Those people were never going to pay for it to begin
what I'm
with.
saying, what I'm saying, again, listen very carefully. The U.S. government has declared posting copyrighted images incurs a loss. The government has declared this. That's it.
And you have to prove that.
Doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter if you think that
Right,
people
and
would
you
or
have
would
to
not buy
prove
it.
that in a court of law. You would
No,
have
you
to
don't.
prove a loss. Yes, you do.
No, you.
Oh my God.
The government.
Tony,
Oh my God. What part of this are you not listening to?
Because
the government
you
said
don't
any image.
understand. You have to
any
prove
image-
losses.
You have to prove losses for defamation. You have to prove losses for other things. And DMCA does not have to prove losses. It already assumes
But
losses.
did they take the action to take it down?
Yes,
that would-
that's why several of them have been taken down.
Okay.
And so other
They
people
would have to do
reposting
it
this
every
image.
time, right?
Right. Yeah, and it's very annoying.
Gary, thank you so much. Oh, revenge porn. I thought you meant revenge porn like gore porn. I thought people were getting off on people getting their revenge. Not just leaking porn to get revenge. No. Nobody's getting off. I mean, somebody probably is, but we weren't specifically talking about somebody getting off on some serial killer revenge shit. That is crazy. But I'm sure it's somebody's kink, and I won't shame it unless you're a furry.
Yeah, revenge porn is illegal. So, and again, a lot of these accounts are anonymous trolls. So you DMCA them, then the account goes away. The point is, Eric July is retweeting.
Have they
these.
won their
Yellow Flash is
DMCAs out of
retweeting.
curiosity?
Yes, because the person
Okay.
who
Good.
again, what part of this, like the account goes up, things get reported, the account goes away, but then
Have
a
they
new
won?
account mysteriously springs up. Yeah, that's the win.
Okay.
Once you DMCA someone, it's taken down, right?
I don't know the
Then that
rules
person-
of Twitter.
Yeah, DMCA literally the rules in the law is like as soon as it gets reported, the platform is responsible to immediately take action, and then you would go to court. But if the person takes
So
it
why
down,
didn't Riley go to court? Did he end up winning? I don't remember.
Riley didn't. No, see, again, you didn't finish the process. After you get DMCA'd, your stuff goes down. Then you have a chance to counter, right? That now you have to file a lawsuit saying, hey, this guy's lying. We got to go to court. And that's why most people, when they get DMCA'd, they don't go to court because they don't have the money to file a lawsuit.
Okay, Robert said, how is what Riley did to Eric any different from what the anti-SJWs doing similar thing to Tug's house years ago? Correct me if I'm wrong, it was a long time ago. What did they I don't remember. I know he got his mailbox hit.
Well, there you go. That's the difference right there. If Tug's house, if they smashed Tug's mailbox, that would be 100% different, as Riley did not vandalize nor damage any property.
I mean,
right?
He caused a ruckus. But that
did
was
you see? You're trying to say that a ruckus is equal to damaging property.
No, I didn't. You just conflated what I said. I was stating what he did. And you said I was trying to justify it. Something you've got on my case.
I didn't say the word justify. I literally didn't say justify. I said you said it was the same because you're answering the question. You go, well, he did cause a ruckus, as to imply that the ruckus causing was equal to the mailbox smashing. If I misinterpreted your statement, then I apologize. See how easy it is to apologize to people when you're wrong?
Yeah, I do it all the time. I fuck up all the time.
This is the first time I've ever apologized. It feels weird. Because I've never been wrong.
Don't get used to it, because I don't think you're actually going to. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I didn't know about the revenge porn thing. That's fucked up. I had no idea. But they've gotten to this point where both of them, I think there's no end unless they both quit. They both have to quit. And the one in this situation who's made it fucking scary is Riley. I know you disagree, but
I just think it's weird to be as scared of Riley.
That's because you're his friend, right? You know him.
No, because Riley's a big... No, because I'm not scared of anything.
Okay, that's fair. But Eric is not you, right? He could be very well scared. And I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying, from my perspective, it seems like there's a little bit of fear there.
I think so, too. I think he should just be honest and tell his fans that he's scared of Riley.
Like he would ever do that? Stop it, Tony. You know better.
I mean, he did it in a police report where he said, yes, I'm scared of Riley.
That he literally is in the police report?
Yes, he said when Riley showed up to his warehouse, he felt physically threatened.
Okay, I would have too. Like, I can't
Even though he wasn't there.
I don't care. I don't care. Like, I can't judge because I know in my eyes how it would look to me. If I've had a couple stalker situations on this channel, right?
Yeah,
if one of them showed up, I would call the cops, Tony. You have to understand it. You're a tough guy, right? Or tough, strong, whatever.
Not really, but okay.
But I'm just saying, it wouldn't scare you from your perspective. But you have to look at it from somebody else's. And I could see how showing up to a couple different places, posting shit, constantly going at them. You guys have, stream every day about Eric, just about? Like, I could see how it would
Eric
be
gave
a
me
little
permission.
intimidating.
Eric gave express permission that we're allowed to make as many videos and troll him on the internet as much as we want.
Of course you are.
He gave me express permission. So
You're like... He's your Brie Larson, right? Like, maybe a little bit worse than the Brie Larson obsession, but he's your Brie Larson. Or your Kathleen Kennedy, or whatever you want to say. Like, but you can't even fathom for a minute how that might make somebody a little freaked out.
I can fathom how it might make a woman freaked out, yes.
We're talking about Eric.
Yeah, it's true. Look, I've said this before. Eric July, and I know he would never do this because he's retarded, but if Eric July had went outside, when Riley showed up, if Eric July went outside and said, hey, Riley, what's going on, man? Love to see you here. Too bad you didn't RSVP, man. We would really love to have you inside. I know you're a big fan.
Not.
Here, let me get a pen and let me sign those copies of Ice. And man, you bought all those copies. Riley would be like, he wouldn't know what to do with himself. Trust me, I know Riley well enough.
After posting his home, going to his business, you expect that? You can only.
I would do it because again, if you're getting trolled, the only way to stop a troll is to troll him back harder. And the only way to troll Riley back harder would be to be nice to him,
or ignore them
get
completely.
rid of him permanently.
Ignore them completely.
But he can't do that either. We saw that. Like ignoring Riley is not in Eric July's capacity. He'll say jibber jabber squirrel words. See, a certain individual who happens to smell like shit. He was recently at a meetup. Instead of just ignoring it, he can't do that.
Yeah, that's really dumb. And that's really dumb. I also wanted to ask you, and I tried to the other day. Do you know when that video was when he said, you posted it. It said something like, pull up, we can have a conversation. Do you know, it was that video, how current is that?
Eric says it was last year, so it's no longer valid.
Okay, so it's an old video.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's old. It's old in the sense that it's like ISOM 1 time, but it's not old in the sense like it's like 10 years ago or something.
Okay, but right? Yeah, you changed your mind on things in a year, right? Like there's something, even if it's like the way a candy tastes. You've changed your mind on something. Like, I can.
As a public figure who makes public statements, and I've said this in the past, if you no longer stand by that statement, you take the video down and you make a public statement about it. Say, hey, a year ago I thought Tristan was awesome. No longer think she's awesome. I think she's just okay.
Absolutely
taking all my Tristan awesome videos down.
Do you realize how long that would take? I have been on this platform for
not really. I only have like
years.
one. I only have like one video of Tristan Awesome, so it's maybe a short.
Okay, but that's like me going back and saying, well, now because Harley's my favorite character, I'm going to take all my Batman reviews down where I said I liked him the most. Stop it. That is way excessive.
Yeah, but see, there's a difference between it. No one's holding you account for, oh my God, she likes Batman. No one's going, oh my God, Tristan's a liar because she used to say she liked Batman.
I'm just kidding. Just kidding. But I'm just saying you can't expect that from somebody. If he's not talking about that situation, like if he said that about that meetup, then I could get it.
Hold on. Do you think that if I made a public video going, anyone who wants to fight me, come fight me, and then a year later I'm like, man, that was stupid. You think I should probably take that video down,
do you think
right?
He remembered what he said a year ago? I don't remember what I said on streams a year ago, and I can guarantee you don't either.
I'm pretty sure he remembers telling people to pull up to fight him, as people are constantly talking to him about that. People are constantly from when that video was made to now have constantly been bringing that up. So to act like Eric is unaware that he said these things and people are holding him accountable for saying these things, it's very, very disingenuous.
Okay, well then he should take it down now. If he knows of its existence now, he should probably, I don't know, like, do you have a clip of it or do you have the actual stream? Is it still public? Because I thought he put all of his stuff in members. So then it's not even public.
Well, if I become a member.
Yeah. Just like if you become a member of Mint's OnlyFans, right?
Yeah, but you can't post that.
But you can clip it.
You could transform it. Posting an image is not transformative.
You can clip
an unedited image
from his membership, right? It's still behind a paywall. You still have to pay for it.
Yeah, what does that have to do with anything?
Just like
so you should take it down, right? We've agreed. That he should take it down.
You should probably take it down now, for sure. But you can't act like that. He said that about that specific event. And that's the way you made it tweet.
I'm going to fucking snap Saggy's neck. Look, we all know what pull up means. We know what pull up means. There's two connotations,
he literally said,
right?
Let's have a conversation right after. So I'm assuming that's what he
No, he said, let's have a confrontation. Confrontation is what he said. Let's have confrontation. Not conversation. He said, let's do confrontation. Also, there's a very big difference.
Didn't he say let's talk it out?
No, that's a different video.
Are you sure? Let me look.
Yes. Here's the
I
thing.
believe
If
you.
I tell you,
I'm just looking.
if I tell you, hey Tristan, you're going to be in Chicago. Why don't you pull up and we'll go out for lunch. That's very different from. Hey Tristan, I heard you're going to be in Chicago. You know what? Why don't you pull up on me so we could work this out? And if I say things in a very aggressive manner, that obviously changes what the definition of
for sure.
Pull up means. Right? The context clues. Eric July wasn't.
I'm giving y'all where I'm at, not hiding behind a fucking microphone and a camera. Like I'm giving you where I'm at. Let's hash it out. Let's talk about it. Let's be.
Let's talk about it. He
Wait, keep going.
Said,
keep going. Keep going.
Yeah, let's do confrontation.
Let's do confrontation.
Yes, he said, let's talk about it, Tony.
Let's hash it out and do conversation.
You're not putting context in there. He literally said, let's talk about it. I get that it doesn't look good because he's obviously like triggered.
Is talking about it having a confrontation?
Yeah,
I
mean,
he's
I feel like
he's
we're
literally
having
foaming at the mouth. There's like spit coming out that he's so angry, and you're like, oh, he's definitely wants to just have a talk. He knows he can't say let's fight because he's on a video. He knows that, so he's gonna be like, let's talk it out.
Yeah. I mean, he said let's talk it out. Like, I mean, I get what he's saying. I get what you're trying to say, but the talk it out in there, and it being a year old.
How would you feel if Alpha Ego says, "Man, Tristan, I'm gonna talk to you all night. I'm just gonna talk all over you." That would sound fucking weird, right? Look, we just said talk.
Yes, it would.
Right.
Be
so you can
weird.
you can take the connotation and the context of his actions.
He
and go,
sounds.
Yeah,
angry.
He really didn't mean talk. He said talk, but that's not what he meant.
But you're inferring what he means then.
Yeah, based on context clues. That's what humans do.
Yeah, yeah.
Just like people are inferring that Riley is a dangerous psychopath, right?
Mm-hmm. And he was clearly.
So it's okay to infer one way, but it's not okay to infer another way. I get it.
Of course
it
is.
That's why you got to give him the benefit of the doubt. I get it.
When
I don't.
When have I ever given Eric July the benefit of the doubt? When have I ever? Yes, you do.
I think
you proved that today.
I think black people are just as capable as white people, so I hold them to the same standard.
Holy shit! Talk about gaslighting here. You've done it today. I have never given Eric July the benefit of the doubt. Don't even try to play.
Also, this is a lie. Riley does not pass mint around for clicks.
Who said that?
Ray said that. Saggy. That's the bullshit that they were putting on Twitter last night.
What?
Man.
Okay, that's not cool. Like, I don't understand where that. I don't know all of this lore, you guys. I don't know. But I've never heard of that. Like, I don't know enough about them.
Riley, so they did a bit where Riley's like, if you give $50 in super chats, I will slap mint. And then he did a little like,
yeah. Oh yeah, that's fucked up.
How's that fucked up?
That's fucking weird. It's fucking weird.
He literally went like, and just barely hit her.
I know, but it's a little fucking weird, especially with the way he acts. It's weird.
I guess that if you don't know him and you don't pay attention, Riley loves Mint and Mint loves Riley.
And I don't know enough about them, right?
They
so this is a good exercise in seeing how the outsiders see you guys, right? People that aren't in your inner circle look at it and go, it's a little fucking weird. He kind of treats her like shit. I know he does it in real life. I understand that from you. But from the outsider's perspective, they're going to go, oh my God, this guy might be crazy.
I get it. It's kayfabe. But is it any different? Is it any different from watching a movie and going, that guy really didn't hit that lady? Right? That guy really didn't kill that other guy. Right? It's a TV show. He's putting on a show. He's entertainment. He's no different from Howard Stern.
Sure. But I don't like Howard Stern either.
Right. You can choose not to like it. You can say, I don't like this.
And I'm just giving you an outsider's perspective from somebody that doesn't know all the lore that it looks fucking weird. And people online are not the same as a movie. Like, I
get it. I've broken kayfabe lots of times. I had to, say, hey guys, I gotta break kayfabe. I really didn't mean this thing, or you guys took this the wrong way. Let me explain to you why it was a joke, because you're all retarded and you don't understand how comedy works. I get it. I get it that sometimes people believe that, and I'm telling you that that's not the reality.
I believe you, and I totally get it. Things are different behind the scenes. Can I ask a question? Because I know you do it, Ethan does it, they do it. Why not be real with your audience? Why have to do a bit?
Because Riley's a comedian.
Funny, okay.
Yeah. Like I said, he's Andy Kaufman. He's doing a bit. That's his persona.
I mean, it's weird to me.
It's like Saggy's bit. She pretends like she knows about things and then just runs her mouth
Saggy
and she
knows
doesn't actually
everything.
know anything.
Shut your dirty mouth.
You know.
I'm a Saggy simp. There will be no talk. No, I'm just kidding.
I was told I'm a nerdette simp.
Oh my god.
I don't even
seen
know how
that tweet you were talking
conclusion.
about. They said that I yelled at you. That's wild to me.
Yeah.
I didn't yell at you. I asked you a question. I'm just fucking loud.
I don't know. They don't have a lot of interaction with women, I assume, so they don't understand how women talk. They screech.
Yeah, that's true. And Rimpman makes a good point. Comedy is subjective. So people
It is.
And people like with issues may look at that and go, that's fucked up. Like Saggy made a good point. Why didn't she slap him? Like if it was all about the
Because that's not the bit.
So the bit is he hit a woman?
The bit is Riley is a crazed woman hating. He literally goes, "It's gay to sleep with women," and he doesn't even sleep with men. He's like, "I don't even sleep with her. It's gay." Like if you listen, if you take like a 30-second clip of Riley, he'll look like an insane man. But if you watch the entire stream, you go, "Yes, this is clearly him fucking around." Like she laughs afterward, and she's like, "Hit me harder, bitch." And he's like, "What?" And he's like, he rears back, and he's like, you can see he just barely like he doesn't even want to hit Mint.
Right, and I get it. I understand what you are saying. But you also have to understand that, like, people are going, okay, well, people even that don't support Eric July are going, okay, this has gone too far. Like, and a lot of people also conflate the going to, and I noticed this. So Riley posted the pictures of the gravesite, right? It was that guy named Casey Jones you had on your channel that went there.
Casey Jones? Yeah.
Okay. People are also conflating that with Riley because he posted it. So people are looking at it going, okay, well, there's the gravesite thing, there's the doxing, there's following him around to two places, there's the way he acts. Something has gotten out of control and needs to be done. If anyone acted like this, I hate to give Eric a fucking compliment, but he's been pretty fucking patient until this last interaction.
I mean,
would you be that patient?
Again, I would no, because what I would do is exactly what I said. I would just take Riley's power away from him.
Okay. I mean, I get it. Robert said this is what I meant about outsider optics earlier. Facts. And the majority.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Again, it's not even outsider optics, and I get what Robert's saying. But if they here's the stream of Riley and Mint, right? Watch it and make your own decision. And that would be outsider optics. But if I legitimately clip you in order to create a context that isn't there, to create a narrative that isn't true, that's just someone lying on you, right? Like I could probably get a clip of Nerdette and clip it in such a way that she says something that's like horrible, right?
YouTube did that to me. I was quoting somebody else and I said something like, oh my God, they said I hate gay people, and I got in trouble for saying I hate gay people. YouTube did that shit to me.
You just said it twice.
I know. Okay, I probably get, but I'm just saying, like, I was quoting what somebody else said, and I got in trouble for that shit. So I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, and again, if you watch a Riley stream, you go, this isn't for me. I don't like it. Yeah. I don't think he's funny. That's fine, right? That's fine. But to purposefully clip something and remove context and to try to create a narrative, I think that's bullshit. And I think people should be smarter than that. No, it's not. I play his whole video.
20 seconds in that clip you put up.
I didn't put that up. I just put that.
I have this.
Someone else tweeted it. I think it was a retweet.
Was it? Let me look. I don't remember.
One of them's a retweet. I think one of them.
No, it's not. You did. It's a picture, or it's that video you put up, and then it was a picture of Riley getting arrested.
Yeah.
Fucking.
I didn't remove context.
I mean, you did.
That's all that I had. That's the only context I had.
Somebody removed context, right?
Possibly, yes.
And you still posted it. So why is that any different?
I wanted to annoy Eric.
You guys are meant for each other. Oh my god.
I think I literally tagged him in it, and he untagged himself.
Oh my god. You guys are meant for each other. That was the justification for posting his house.
Well, Riley, Mint's here. She says, thank God you whining women online are not the law. Eric July started this shit and lied about it until 2 days ago. Still is mostly. I'm not asking anyone for consent in my relationship. I'm going to start making BDSM with Riley now.
Okay, go for it. Have fun with that. But don't talk about whiny women online when you belong in that category too.
Mint's not whiny. If you heard,
I like a lot of
Mint
her
scares
stuff.
me.
Why?
You haven't met her in real life. She's scary. She yells.
I mean, that's a woman. I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
Like, I'm pretty sure she bullies you guys think Riley bullies Mint. Mint bullies Riley.
I mean, I feel like that's a typical relationship. But I mean, like, what all this whole thing has been trying to give you an outsider's perspective, and then her coming in here and being kind of bitchy just is the icing on the cake. Especially when I've said multiple times I have no issue with her. I like her. I watched her stuff. And then, thank God you whiny women online aren't the law. Lord,
well, I don't think she's necessarily putting it at you. I mean, she's probably talking about your
I'm
chat
the whiny
too.
women.
I mean, you have a lot of women in your chat.
One?
Huh?
Saggy?
One? No, there's a lot of them.
Okay.
You don't have to be female to be a woman.
Then shut the fuck up. Fucking liberals. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Oh my god.
It is the month for it. So.
I mean, this is wild. This is too far. It's gone too far. That's my final statement. I am not, obviously, like what some of your fans think here, an Eric July simp. I have been, like, I remember talking, 3 or 4 years ago about this shit with Eric July. So there is no love lost there. The issue is it's gone too far and it's scary. That's up my thing. That's my issue here. All right, I'm going to wrap up, Tony. I do appreciate your time, though. What do you have going on at your channel this week? Stop it, Malware Bites.
Not Malware Bites. I don't go to those sites, so I don't know why you're getting notifications. Dirty.
What? It's a thing that cleans your computer, Tony.
Yeah, why would you need your computer cleaned unless you're going somewhere that's dirty?
Oh, my God. Okay, yep. Goodbye.
Busted.
Try to diet, then moderate other people, okay? Stop it.
Just ignore. Later on today, I'm gonna be on a Ryan Roger Atheist channel, talking more of this and more comic books and stuff. And then,
awesome. As
always, I'm gonna do my own thing. Tomorrow, we're talking games and geek stuff, and we gotta, because I'm wasting my Friday on other people's channels, I got to really push to get that 500 a week. We're trying to hit that goal, $500 a week, so I can quit my job.
Go. Get that grift. The thing you used to criticize other people. Wait, what? Hold on. Wait, what? Never mind. But anyway.
There's no grift. I'm not grifting.
Oh yeah.
Grifting is being dishonest. Right. I'm very upfront. Give me money.
All right.
And I'm really upfront about why I want it, because I don't want to work. It's really clear. Give me money so I don't work. It's not a grift. It's a honest statement. I'm panhandling. You can say I'm online panhandling, but not grifting.
Okay, that's fair. All right, well, have fun with that. Make sure you guys check out Tony. I will put his channel in the link in the description. We're going to wrap up. I appreciate you, Tony. I am not Riley. Fuck you. Calm your tits.
She's talking to Ray there.
I know, but I love Saggy. I ain't going to let anyone be mean to Saggy. Including you, asshat. Anyways, we will see you guys.
Yeah, asshat in the chat. I don't know who you are.
Oh my god. We will see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Thanks, Tony.